Welcome to a call that I'm going to have with my sleep and performance coach. Today we are February 3rd, 2025. All right, he's there. Hello, coach. Hello, Robin. Yes, I can. Let me get volume. Can you hear me? Yes. You want to keep the cameras off? Okay. I see. Makes sense. Okay. What's up? No, how I've been. I know I sent you 2 times messages, voice messages. I think the first one was the overwhelm of overbooking myself, and the second one was yesterday regarding nutrition and regarding how do I know sleep we have to make sure not yeah we have our bodies are on a 24-hour clock, and if we eat at the same regular times, then it's going to help our body regulate their circadian rhythm and all of that. Um, so this is for sleep, and I imagine, and I think I've seen some people say that, but eating at the same times also help. So I try to always eat at, let's say, 9 or 10 a.m. within an hour of difference. Let's say 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 6 p.m. within an hour. And sometimes when I like when I do something like work that passionates me, or things that really take up my mind that I enjoy or not, or stress or whatever makes me pass this time, I'm like in the dilemma of, okay, but do I eat at 11 a.m. if it's past my breakfast time, and it's gonna eat into I won't be hungry at 1, so it's gonna push all my food later. So I'm just wondering, should I eat less, more? Maybe there's no concrete answer, and it's just just eat, feel good, and that's it. Like the sleep thing. If you wake up feeling refreshed, that's good. So I'm asking you about nutrition and schedule. How should is there a rule of thumb for this? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like I think with this, I'm not necessarily looking for like one answer because I'm sure there's not like one answer. Yeah. Hello. Hello. I think you cut off when you said I wouldn't stress. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Did it cut off? Yes. Hello. Okay. So you said yes. You said you wouldn't stress something. Okay. Okay. Well, actually, I often overeat because I think it comes back from like really younger. Like people used to tell me I was really skinny and anorexic. Like people were tell me like, "Yo, you're anorexic," like just kids, um, and that really hit me. But I just realized that like 1 or 2 months ago, thinking about this, and when I was still growing in puberty and all of that in high school, uh, my mom used to make like spaghetti, and we had like big IKEA bowls at home, and I would fill them up with like spaghetti, like the pasta, and then the sauce, the meat sauce, and it would like go over the bowl, like like a dome. And my family, my mom, and everyone would be like, "There's no way you're eating all of this," and I ended up eating it all, like like a challenge, and I wanted to feel good, so all of these things together for a couple of years while you grow up, while your brain is forming, it made me um, my relationship to food was just like, okay, I never had a problem like getting too fat or too big because I have a really good metabolism and I work out, I move a lot, taekwondo, running, cycling, all of that. So that's no problem. But the problem is more short term when I eat, when I overeat like that. I When I was younger, it was okay, but now that I have to actually use my brain and my body, it makes me feel when I overeat a slower, like the normal things, right? It's not normal, but the usually things when you overeat, it's like slower. Your mind is foggy. I'm tired. Sleep, food coma. I just want to sleep. So like that's why I ask about food because I have this strange relationship with it, and so that you're telling me that like you wouldn't stress about the times I eat, that makes sense, because like I've always been trying to optimize my life, right? Like business owners and high achievers, like we try to to optimize everything. And so I want I listen to different, and I research different things, but like optimizing the times I eat, so always at the same time with the time blocking and all of that, and making sure I eat the like whatever. So thank you for sharing that, and now I'll keep in mind that what's important is just that I feel like fueled, and yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So I think the lesson here is food is fuel, and follow your body. Like if you feel too bad or too, yeah, no, not too bad, but like, you understand what I mean. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Huh. That makes sense. I never thought about it because sometimes I am cold like that just from nowhere, and I think it's that energy thing. Okay. Yeah. Or fatigue. If I'm tired, I'm gonna be cold. Okay. And like another thing about food, like I sometimes I feel like I'm in a slump, right? Like mentally and physically. So I I've tried it twice, um, fasting. Okay, just because I know I can do that because I used to do that for taekwondo to lose weight, for competitions to cut weight, and just water fast. So it's like a 3 day fast, just water. Uh, I plan it in my calendar once a month towards the second, third week, the end of the second week, and it helps me reset mentally and physically for everything. And I'm not sure what the benefits are or whatever, but I feel like it helps. So I think I'll keep doing that. That's it. Yeah, there's no question. No, there's no question. That's it. No, no, don't worry about it. So like, I think we went around the food thing. Um, Now, regarding, you remember when I told you I look forward to watching this episode, this TV show? Okay, so I think it was Monday. Was it Monday? Last Monday? I told you I had this recommendation, and so that night I put in my calendar, like, okay, I have 1 hour to watch Outlander, one episode, and I actually added it in my calendar for every day, just in my calendar, so I remember that I actually want to do it because I actually want to do it. It's not just a chore or whatever. So that night I set it up on the couch downstairs, not in my bedroom. I like shower, everything is done. I just have to watch the episode. Not, yeah. I started the episode and I was actually really tired that day. So I fell asleep during the episode. I woke up and it's like 40 minutes, but I managed to fall asleep like 2 times. So next time I know if I fall asleep, I just turn it off and go sleep. Uh, but that was the only time I actually watched an episode because all the other days, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and until now, I was always tired. And not always tired, but yes, always tired. But at the end of the days of me like working, uh, going through my days, at the end of the day, I'm like, I really want to watch the episode, but I know I'm just gonna fall asleep like right away. So I just don't watch the episode and I go sleep. So that, like, it's part of, you know, the overwhelm of overbooking myself. It's let me think. So we're not frozen here. Um, yeah. Um, so I just go through my day and yeah, I just go sleep after because I'm tired and I overbooked myself. So that's it. That's what I was working on this week was canceling plans, rescheduling plans. I didn't reschedule anything. I just canceled them because I'm moving to Toronto, and like say, okay, if we meet, it's going to be in March or later on. But I still managed yesterday or Saturday to tell my cousin, hey, Monday I'll come to your place because like I have really good conversations with their dad and my uncle and them. So I'm like, okay, Monday, let me come to your place before I leave Tuesday. And you know, it's the day before. I have things to prepare. I have like a stretching, like massage on Tuesday. So things are really tight, but I still invited like myself there. And then yesterday I'm like, yeah, no, it's not a good idea. Do I really want to do it, or do I just feel like I want to do it? Um, and it was the second answer. And so I just told my cousins like, no, I'm not coming. So I was proud of myself for that, to like just cancel even if I made the commitment. But I think what I can adjust in the future is before making that commitment, think about what I thought about after. So think, do I really want to do this or not before saying yes to something? Yeah. So that's the thing about the episodes and and my schedule. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. So what you mean is, I can ask myself, is it more annoying for this person if I say no now, or if I schedule or cancel later? Right. Okay. I like it. Yeah, makes sense. But like the only reason why that's really clear. Yes. The only reason why I'm like double thinking this is because I made a list with Kyrie about my 10 characteristics of like trustworthy, honest, wise, open, all of that. And the first one is trustworthy, okay? And trustworthy not just towards other people, but to myself, and it's keeping my word. So now what I'm struggling with is, okay, so if I say yes before we had this conversation right now, um, if I were to say yes, I would have to keep my word. Otherwise, I'd break my promise, or like removing weight of my decisions in the long term, like Pinocchio, you know. So now, after this conversation we just had, I think the remedy to this, the solution is, before making any commitments or decisions, think about it. It's pretty simple. Just think about it before a decision. Uh huh. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. That's great. Uh, I I also have been I think since 6 days ago, I started writing a power list every day. The power list, the five things, and I've seen a pattern in the past 6 days. So I separate it in like five categories: physical, mental, spiritual, family, business. Um, and usually my physical one is my 10-minute run. Now it's 10-minute walk. Okay, that's physical in the morning. Mental, it depends on what I want to do that day. but it's a mental thing, and I usually do it. Spiritual, that's where it gets tricky, because I want to get closer to God, and spiritual, the first 4 days has been read one Bible page. It's really simple, but I haven't been doing them because I do my day and I'm like, okay, I'll read the one Bible page before sleeping, because it's usually the time when I'm most relaxed. After shower, everything is done. I just have to. That's usually when I read. But that time is exactly also when I'm the most ready to sleep or tired after after a long day. So on 4 days, I read one Bible page. It happened once. So then I adjusted the next two. Instead of Bible page, it's like say one prayer out loud. So the barrier of entry is smaller because it could be any time. Same with the Bible page, but it could be any time. So those, like, this is the main thing I saw from this power list, is the thing I've not been sticking to. I've won most of my days. The one I've not been sticking to is the spiritual side, because I'm wondering, like, I'm not wondering, but I'm not taking it as seriously as I want to, or I'm not like putting it as a priority, even though I know I want to build it. I don't do it. Yeah. Yeah. So 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 what are these two things for your brain? It was to save energy. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Thanks for sharing that. It's useful because I'll tell you what my day looks like when I wake up for the past 6 days for the power list. So I wake up. The first thing I do is usually I take my notebook It's a blank notebook that my sister gave me for. That's it. So I only do power list in there. So I just pick up that notebook and I start writing my power list. The first thing I write is usually my 10-minute walk in the morning, then mental, spiritual, family, business. So now what I'll do is I'll write that down, and then after that I go for my 10-minute walk. Okay, so that's how it works. But now what I'll adjust is I'll write down my 5 things. I do my spiritual thing. That would be 1 sentence, 1 paragraph, 1 page, and then I go for my walk. So I think the only resistance why I haven't been doing this is because I don't want to add friction for this walk, right? I want the least amount of things or make it as simple as possible for my morning routine and for what I'm doing. That way I don't have a long list to do before starting my day, right? But I think adding this let's say one single sentence, that's how I'll start in the Bible. I think that's going to be helpful because it's so easy. Like, it's like 5 seconds. Yeah, I'm not in a rush. It makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not the first time I hear it. Yeah, it's like it's better to just go sleep than do like I think I learned that in school. Like it doesn't make any sense to just not sleep and study for the exam tomorrow, like from like 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. Just go sleep. You're gonna like, perform much better. Yeah. That's exactly me. Like in high school and before, and now I'm recovering from it. But I had like terrible sleep, like sleeping at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 a.m. Uh, and my memory was like dead, like no memory. Like right now, when I think about the past in these years, I can remember barely anything. That's maybe because like I've tried to take time to think about what happened during these years, but it's all one big blur because I've just been not sleeping, playing video games. Video games really like blur time in your memory, and it was not going well at home. So your brain protects you from like trauma and makes you forget. Uh, so these things all together and 3 concussions made my memory like shit really. And during that time, and now I'm slowly recovering and like journaling to work my brain and taking care of my brain, my body with food, activity, air, outside, and all of that. So slowly my memory is getting better. I have way, way, way less brain fog, and I feel really sharp. Like especially like not especially today, but these days or these past months, I've been really feeling really sharp. Uh, Actually, since working with you, that's so cool. Brain fog. Yeah, and like you should leverage it because like it's one of the things that I didn't really have a word for it. I just my brain just paused, like in all senses when I was talking with someone or uh, in some meetings on some sales calls, uh, thinking, brainstorming, whatever. Like this blank page thing when you're in front of a blank page and you don't know what to write anything. Well, this is what happens on these brain fogs, and I used to feel yeah, I used to feel so like I can't even think of anything. Like there's nothing. So I didn't even know what to think about it because I didn't at that time I didn't take the time to reflect on what happened and why it happened. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. How do you remove them or make this triage or I, what's that? Yeah. Do you want to go on WhatsApp? Okay, I'll call you right now. I okay. Let's try. Or you send. Do you have a link? Okay. Let's try. You send me a link. I'll send you a link. The first one that works. Um. All right. So my Zoom, I don't have Zoom Premium, so I have only 40 minutes. So this is it. He's gonna be sending me one link. Yeah, this is just some weird logistics, but it's okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I hope this is useful for anyone. This call with my sleep and performance coach. His name is Robin Westerlund. Really cool guy. Respectful guy. Respectful man. Let me try calling him. Okay, cool. He sent me a link. Allow. Hello. How are you doing? Okay, why? Yeah. Yeah, good idea. So let's not keep it too long. Yeah. I think that's the best way. Like you have the you have the chance to be able to do that. Like some people they just work. They actually have a schedule. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. How to do this cleanup. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That's an incredible, easy way to understand. Great. Cool. So just sleep. That's it. Okay. What do you mean they cost in themselves? So, so what you mean is most of the problems come from not wanting to stick to the basics? Yeah. Okay. Have you heard of Brian Johnson? Unfortunately. Okay. But don't you think we need like someone like him just to push? Like he's basically a lab rat, and like he's sacrificing like his health for he says for science, and I think it makes sense. But maybe it's out of our conversation. But I think like that's how we get advancements, no? But like outside of just the number of yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah, 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 yeah. Makes sense. Like yeah, but yes, I think we're seeing the same thing, and we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, no one has that. Yeah. Yeah, well, he's doing it for himself, and maybe it's gonna advance some things. Like he's doing it for himself, and yeah, 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 yeah. It's like a public figure. It's just right, right. Yeah, I think just the basics are it applies to a lot of things. Like a business, I think everything like a business, whatever, it's just the same things. Sometimes it's take times. Just got to be patient. It's consistent and stable and predictable. Yeah, yeah. Like I've been telling you, the only reason why we're working together is because I want to have a more to be more consistent, stable, and predictable in all areas of life. And when I say predictable, it's not oh everything I'm gonna be doing is predictable. It's just the way I react, the way I act, the way I make my decisions. Not the decisions, but my framework. It's predictable, so people know what to expect, and I know what to expect for myself. So I think we're on the right track now, and I genuinely feel like we're on the right track, and I just start now seeing the fruits of my labors of the past years, and I'm really like grateful for you to be part of my corner like this and part of this growth that we're having together. It's it, I don't think a lot of people have these kinds of conversations, open conversations, and this opportunity to of people believing in them explicitly. So just you being there, you doing this, and uh, yeah, I'm just really grateful for this call with you, man. I appreciate it, Robin. So now it's time to sleep for you, and yeah. So, man, again, I really appreciate you. Take care of your family, take care of yourself, and should we schedule for next week or keep it Saturday? Okay. Otherwise, we just keep in touch. Okay, so Saturday, 11:45 or 6:45 for you, right? Okay, so same time as today. Okay, so let's do same time as today, 7:15 finish time, and that's gonna be it, man. I appreciate your time, man. Great. And you're still comfortable with the way we're doing it? Yes. Okay, great. Cool. And the only reason is because like I I would not feel as comfortable as you are to like speak your mind, but this is what I'm working on. So I'm just projecting my insecurities on you. Cool. So that's gonna be it, man, again. So thank you so much, and enjoy your night, man. All right. Yes. Bye bye. This was a long goodbye, but yeah, it was a long goodbye. It was great. It was great. So this is the end of the video. I'm not sure when I'm gonna post this because I talked about some personal stuff in the beginning. I'm not sure how personal I want to get on YouTube. I want to be honest and authentic, but you know, gotta be smart and do it tactfully. We'll see. Okay? So goodbye. I'll have to call someone else, and that's it. Okay? Thank you for your time and patience.